up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Live, the after show, with your host, C. Barnes. I am here with
Will Morris,
the one and only Will Morris. This is a glorious night, if I do say so myself.
Yes.
What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Jacob Johnson.
And your name is?
Miss Jacob Johnson.
My real name, though, that the government gave me.
Okay.
My parents gave it to me.
Is what?
It's Darius Stoops.
Darius Stoops and
Corinne Stoops.
Corinne Stoops. Orange, I am here with
John Johnson.
John Johnson.
That's it.
What's up, man?
Glad to be here, bro.
I'm glad you were here.
Glad to be here.
I'm glad you were here. Was this your first time ever coming to FNL?
Yes, first time ever.
We got so many first time.
ever.
Really?
Yeah, legit.
So you never been in the audience, you didn't speak, you didn't do anything?
Nothing. First time. I've heard about it. I've seen it on Facebook, but usually I'm, preparing to preach and stuff. So
Okay.
Friday nights are my moment to zone in. But I got the invite this week.
There we
I was
go.
like, yo, I gotta get out here. Everybody.
He finally got to sneak us into his busy schedule. What stuck out to you the most tonight in regards to the show?
Honestly, just having the conversation. Pastor Johnathan, he really talked about the things that we don't talk about in church, but he broke it down so basic just to say, have the conversation, go on the journey with the people that you're fellowshipping with, and as you do that, so much bondage will be broken off your lives.
Yo, I feel where you're coming from, because like whenever a speaker comes here and he talks to us, they kind of break us down, kind of make us feel uncomfortable so we can open up. You see what I'm saying? So we can relate. This is your guys' first time here. How'd you enjoy the show?
I liked it. We were not able to come at the beginning because we were driving from Jacksonville.
So y'all late?
Yes, but we were right on time for what God had in store.
Amen to that. I guess, when did it start? When you woke up one day, you were like, yo, I'm going to tell the story of my life. I'm going to tell what I've been through to see if people can relate, to see if I can get others to open up and have this conversation. Like, when did that dawn on you? You were like, I'm going to do this.
About 6 years ago.
Just 6?
Just 6 years ago. I went to school for theology, did all that pastor stuff.
Okay.
But honestly, I didn't really want to do it.
Right.
I just did it because I was scared that I was being disobedient to God.
Right.
I was a social worker, blah, blah, blah. And man, God just did some really powerful things.
I see.
Some really powerful things, man. And you can't deny that spirit. And so I had to just do it. I have to be obedient. And I figured, hey, if he, like the guy said tonight, if he sends you, he's gonna prepare you.
Right.
He's gonna provide, and he did, and that's where I'm at, man. I'm here.
Yo, can I show them your cut real quick? Y'all see this? My man came fresh tonight, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I'm gonna be on stage, I'm gonna be singing. I gotta be sharp. I gotta be sharp. Okay, listen, do you know when you're gonna come back and sing for us again? Or is it just something random?
I'll be back.
Don't say that.
Whenever y'all want me, I'm here.
So we just call you.
I'm there.
You popping in.
I actually live like 5 minutes from here, so I have no excuse.
Okay. See, for those who weren't here tonight, if you just seen the after show, you weren't here. He's like the Michael Jackson, and he had listen. He had some backup singers and stuff. Are those people that you always sing with?
Yeah.
Okay. So are they around or they left? He ripped it tonight.
I think they're still in there breaking down.
Okay. You see, you got to believe it right there.
Yeah.
Somebody jumped in.
That's Paul right there. That's my brother Paul right there. Paul.
My family, man. You already know. Yeah.
I like how everything really tied together. I like the videos that they showed, and I like how they have a theme, and they really went hard on the theme, so it kind of resonates with me more and something that I can actually remember. I like that.
So yeah, I like when people pay attention, because then when I ask them questions, I know they weren't asleep. When you were speaking about, obviously there were some uncomfortable topics that you mentioned, which is great. You have to make people uncomfortable so they can open up, so they can see what's going on.
Absolutely.
A lot of times you would say things about certain topics, and you hear people go, ooh, stuff like that. And I feel like when you say stuff like that and people react like that, I feel like they're reacting because they either know someone who's been through that same issue,
right,
or they themselves have been through it as well. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, is that a purposeful strategy that you use? You're like, hey, I'm gonna mention these certain things, and like when I see how people react, I can probably talk to them after, and they can open up to me because they see like, hey, if I'm willing to mention it, they'll probably be willing to talk about it as well and have that conversation.
Well, what I do, the way it works for me, man, honestly, as I'm preparing to speak, I'm really prayerful. You know what I mean? And so like Holy Spirit, I don't know who's going to be there.
Right,
But
that's true.
whoever's going to be there,
Yeah.
they need something from you. And so I pray, like, tell me what to say.
Yeah.
And like literally, I wrote like a 4-page sermon and didn't look at it once.
Wow.
Like it was just the Holy Spirit was like, all right, you did that, now here's something different.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting a lot more personal than I wanted to, but the whole point of the night was like speaking on those personal, vulnerable things.
Right.
And then when I hear people say, ooh, oh, you know, like, yeah, you're going through this, because I went through it.
Exactly.
And I know when I was sitting in that pew, and I needed to hear somebody say something about it. I needed somebody to speak to my soul.
If you had to pick a favorite part of the show, something that stuck out to you the most, that touched you the most, what part would that be?
I'd have to say the sermon. If it was called a sermonette, I appreciated how real he was,
Right.
and so it's true that a lot of times in church people like to sugarcoat, and when we do get to those tough conversations, everybody wants to get quiet.
Right.
I'm guilty myself at times, and I appreciated that. He didn't care.
Right.
He didn't care at all.
He opened up.
Yeah.
And I also felt like you took us through like a roller coaster of emotions, man. Because like you were very funny, and then you would get very dramatic, and then you would get serious, and then you'd be funny real quick. Like that one moment, if I could remember it correctly, you were talking about you may have got in trouble for something,
Yeah.
and then you just randomly threw out something about that happened to you in your past. Hopefully you guys can see the video later on. Hopefully we can post it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But you're very funny, and I don't know, like, does that happen randomly? Like, do you purposely try to entertain and make people laugh, or are you just a funny person? You're like, I'm gonna be serious, but you guys gonna be entertained at the same time.
Like for me, I'm not a clown,
Okay.
but I'm a clown.
Yeah.
Like,
So it looked genuine up there. Yeah.
For me, the gospel is supposed to be fun.
Right.
Like Jesus, the church makes Jesus sound real corny.
Okay.
But like when you read the whole plank in the eye thing too, that was a joke.
Yeah.
Get the speck, the plank. Like Jesus was funny. Like you have to engage people, and people have to want to listen to what you're saying.
Right.
And so I just say, you know what? When I first started pastoring, I used to try to be the pastor and preach and hoot and do what the pastors do. Like, yo, that's not me. This is whack.
You gotta be yourself.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just be me. I'm gonna talk a little bit of slang. I may not pronounce all of my words properly.
You were saying bruh and cuz and all that stuff.
I'm just gonna be honest in who I am and who the Spirit has allowed me to be.
Yeah.
And I pray that through that, I can touch somebody that nobody else is gonna be able to touch.
People know who you are. Yo, tell me your name again.
Will Morris.
Okay, and is there anything like social media like you want to give out for the?
You can connect with me on Instagram, Will B Morris, WILLB as in boy, Morris, MORRIS. I got a website, willmorrismusic.com.
There it is, y'all. There it is. Thank you so much for coming, man. FNL. Like I said, I love this guy. I love this young lady right here. Visit our website, connectorlando.org.